Hey team, so I originally made this video when the TikTok ban was announced in early January 2025. Since that ban was announced and me posting the video, Donald Trump has come in and now reinstated TikTok in the US. But the point of the video still stands. And the point of the video is all about why you should create multi-platform audiences and also why you should get any audience that you have on a social media platform onto your own platform. So the point of the video is still very, very much there, even though right at the start I talk about a TikTok ban, which isn't necessarily relevant right now. Just trying to stay up to date with the times. So I've put this video at the start of the old video to make sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Enjoy.
If you're watching this, it's most likely that the TikTok service has been shut down in the US. We have lost hundreds of thousands of users off the platform, which is awful for all creators around the world. Most specifically the US creators, some of them having their revenue streams literally wiped overnight. But this has taught me a more general lesson about the importance of owning your own audience. And today I'm going to go over the whole marketing funnel that you can create to make sure that these sort of bans like TikTok going offline do not affect you as a creator, as a coach, and as a freelancer. And I know this only so specifically because not only has my TikTok revenue been impacted, but more importantly, I actually had an account restriction on my Instagram very recently, all for posting this 15K in 30 days thumbnail, the amount of money that I've made in my coaching business. I was told it's some financial fraud and scam or something like that. Anyway, I've had my account suspended for a temporary amount of time, and I learned the hard way that you need to own your own audience. So yes, as I said, I'll be going through in this video, step by step, how you can mitigate away from stuff like this TikTok ban and stuff like happening, stuff like this Instagram account ban happening to me, how you can create a funnel, which means that when this stuff does happen, because trust me, it happens to a lot more people than you might think, you can mitigate and make sure that your business is not affected. So let's get into the video. So to start off with, I have shown what my funnel looks like. I go from TikTok and Instagram, where I have top of funnel audience capturing information. I then go into my YouTube, where I build more trust and authority. And then we go into school, and then my email list, and then I have a Calendly where we go to sales calls, and then at the bottom here we make that sale. But the important thing about this funnel, which is represented here, so you can see the red part here, which is an external platforms. So the red part here is the external platforms where I do not own my audience, where the audience is owned by TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You go onto those apps, you scroll, and they have all the community guidelines. They decide everything. And then we have the green, which is my platform. Here is when I own the audience. I decide who's in the audience, who's not in the audience, and I decide what to show them and when to show them. And here we can see my funnel here. So we've got 6.6K on Instagram. This is more like 7K, happy days. And then we've got 8.5 on YouTube. But the problem here, and this is the core, this is the crux problem of this whole video, is that there's this little barrier here where we have the audience that these platform owns, and then we need to get them across this border into owning the platform ourselves. Because then what happens is when TikTok do ban the whole platform, or when Instagram bans yourself, or literally shuts down your account, which has happened to friends, you don't care because you already own your own audience. We need to get them over this barrier. So how can we get them onto our own platforms so that we can then get them onto calls and turn them into clients? Firstly, I want to go just quickly into what actually the platforms look like themselves, because you have many types of platforms. You could have email platforms, you could have WhatsApp platforms like messaging platforms, you can also have community platforms. I have my own school platform. I really like having a community platform. Also, I love the whole community model, but there's loads of different platforms that you can use to make sure that you can host your own audience. But what's more important is how we can actually get them to cross this barrier. And this is the exact way that you'll do it. So to start off with, we want to work out who our customer avatar is. And I have this really nice template that you can use that I'm happy to send you. Just drop me a message on Instagram and I'm happy to send it over. And what you do is you fill all this information out to get a proper understanding of who your customer avatar is. So that what happens when we have a customer avatar is we have worked out that there is a specific person that we want to target with our services. And that is from our social media. We have all these people on our social media, but we have a specific person that we know is is going to buy from us. And what happens is some of them are engaged and some of them are not engaged. So just to be very specific about the engaged part, there's probably about a 0 to 10% of your audience are fully engaged leads already. And here what you want to do is just give them a complete direct link to work with you. For example, with me, I have the Free Thinkers Club, my community with 263 people in. And if they're engaged, I will just send them straight away to this Free Thinkers Club because they're already warm, they're already interested in what I do, and they want to just learn more. And if they are engaged, which bearing in mind is a low percentage, I just send them a direct link to my school platform so that they can then be owned and part of my audience. But as I said, 0 to 10%, this is not a big proportion of the audience. Most people need more help and guidance as to why they should come onto your platform. So the second part is we have the non-engaged people, and that is going to be the majority of our audience, 90 to 100% of our audience. And what we need to do is we need to offer them a reason. We need to offer them free value in return to come onto our platform. And then you can have anything. You can have a course, you can have a webinar, you can have a guide, you can have a review, you can have any sort of service or product which provides value. And there's different ways you can present this. You can present this within a done for you format, a done with you format, or do it yourself format. The more you can provide something for free for someone, which takes the effort and the thinking out of something for someone, so a done for you system, then that gives them more value and they are more likely to want this free value in exchange for joining your platform. So that would be the way that I'd recommend doing it. For example, if you were to give someone a guide on how to have healthier breakfasts, that would be a do-it-yourself one. However, a done for you would be you put in your information and we send you over literally a personalized recipe guide for you to cook for every breakfast. And that is the difference. The more you can get up to this done for you, the better. And I have my own guides. I have a 7-day personal brand challenge where I teach you how to make a high quality video. And I also have a Free Thinkers playlist, which is basically how to put music into your videos. If you want any of them, just let me know. I'll send you them via Instagram. Just send me a DM there. But this all comes from creating a landing page. And this is my landing page. So as you can see here, we've got exactly what it is. We've got a bit of social proof, 200 people joining. We've got the exact value you get from it. And then the name and the email, unlock the challenge. And then what happens is you then get the guide in return for the email. And all of a sudden I have your email. You're part of my audience. And that is what we want to be doing, is you want to get as many people part of your audience as possible so that when the TikTok ban comes in, you are not struggling around to contact people. You already have emails to work with. So that is the way that you get people onto your own platform. You could either send them an email link or you can send them straight into your school. It's very, very optional, but I like email links because then I know that I can market people as well, but school is also a great platform. So then what we do is once we've collected their emails, we're gonna send them an email sequence. And this is more as to how to keep providing value and make sure they're an engaged part of our audience. So the first thing that I do is I send people a weekly email, and my weekly email has a few little key parts to it. And it's very simply just providing value at the start. So here I talk about exactly why I think it's important to invest in myself, why I very recently invested in myself, a bit of value, a bit of like a give to help them more. And then after that value, you do a CTA, a call to action, and to get people to do something that is going to benefit your business. And here I have an intro call introduction where I jump on calls and chat with people and help them and see if they'd be a good fit for my program. And that is the simple format for your weekly email. But the other email sequence you can use is a straight CTA format where you use firstly genuine messages. So I'm not about hard sales tactics. And then there's one spot left, which there was for my program. And then I give them a CTA to book in a no pressure chat. And then I go and I give them more results, more social proof that what they're going to do is work with me and it's going to work really well. And then I give them a guarantee, which for me is that if I work with you and you invest in my program, I will work with you until you make money past the length of the program because I'm that confident in the results. So I talk about that, and then I give them the CTA, which is the same CTA here, to book in a link. So that is how you can then nurture your own audience. But it all starts with getting people across this barrier. It all starts with getting people off of these platforms onto these platforms, because bans like this, restrictions like this can seriously affect your revenue as a business. So once you've done that, you then email market them and it will increase the sales, but you just want to start with getting them on your platforms. So hopefully that helps. I look forward to seeing all of your free value that you provide to people, working out your customer avatar, and then showing them exactly what you can do for them to get them over this barrier, making sales, and at the end of the day, having a great life where you make loads of money and do what you want. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this, and I look forward to catching you in the next video.